candle in the wind.
Across the cold sands of Newberry in the winter of '39, a candle in the wind shined. February 12th was a day of spiritual wealth when God decided himself to give this man a legacy that far preceded death. The weight of the journey was placed on the shelf because vision secreted passion with every breath. To breathe the breath of life and commit it to the Most High was a willing sacrifice. Therefore, favor seen it fit that he would be born the son of Nezzy, who was more than a woman but Freddie Bishop's wife. Desired more than circumstance and casual living, transitioned from Newberry to New York only to return to the same South in a new home with a new wife who was an old love since the age of 5. They knew they were purposed to survive. She was his dear, living in a subdivision of Belvedere, a real-life Cinderella, and her real name is Ella. She is Ella Rebecca Azalee, and he is Robert Lee, with a surname that became a title to remind them of the journey and a vision to endure hardships. Remember, you are bishops. Though transition at a time seeming far too soon, he left a candle in the wind.
There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind to remind you of where you are, where you've been. There's a candle in the wind.
Yeah.
There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind from where you are, far to end.
It's a candle in the wind, the blue seas in the fields of purpose. February 13, winter 75, the day that the root of the tree was revived. Like the book of Eli protected his name, his father named Aaron, so we named him the same. Thing wasn't easy on the road to life, but hey, they always say a prayer wins the fight. Yeah, and then he went to the Tigerland, met a cutie named Jennifer, and his life changed. Man of Omega, my man of God, who'd ever knew that he reflect my life. Yeah, it's a candle in the wind, and his name, every bishop, forever he'll stand. Grace Christian wants you stand up and get past the bishop round of love.
There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind to remind you of where you are, where you've been. There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind. There's a candle in the wind from where you are, from start to end.
Love, it's a candle in the wind, initiated into flames. 3 generations of bishops, Robert then Aaron then Peyton was his name. All born in the month of love. Everything they do for me and you is with love. Peyton Bishop, running around with his arms of love. His spark in his eyes, you can tell that he gon' be great. A child of God, so you know we destined to live by his faith. 2 years old and arrayed the king, so you know this one is special. Bishop family, may God continue to bless your family.
There's a candle in the wind.
Yeah.
There's a candle in the wind.
This goes out
There's a candle in the wind
to the Bishop family.
Where you are, where you've been.
Rest in peace, Robert Bishop.
There's a candle in the wind.
Peyton, I see you.
There's a candle in the wind from where you are, from start to end.